Hi, you guys. I just spent quite a long time setting up the camera, and I had my brother over for dinner last night. So I have a small house, so everything had to get rearranged. And there may be something about that. You know, I live alone, so when somebody comes to visit, my house is set up for me, and I have to make accommodations for the other person. And it kind of throws off my little insular world where I'm the only person I have to accommodate, me and Rue, my cat. So there's something about that. And the other thing that I woke up with, I had a dream of being lost. I have those all the time where I'm driving somewhere or it's this upsetting sense of, you know, I don't know who to ask for directions. I feel shy to admit to some stranger person I'm lost. And in this dream, I wouldn't ask. And I think there's something, you know, being lost kind of opens the way to the unexpected. Sometimes when we're lost, we find what we don't really know we're looking for, heading toward. And if we can stay in a certain degree of acceptance and stay relaxed, to be apparently put off track. So we'll see if that plays out. I also spent a long time looking at different videos about where to look in the camera and, you know, what kind of mic to get. And so, I mean, I say this a lot, but that's part of my insecurity is, you know, am I doing enough to come across properly so people will not have to work hard to hear me, or, you know, not to think I'm shifty because I think the more we can just accept ourselves and try to, because I think there's a predisposition to be critical of ourselves, to find it hard to love ourselves, that's worth relaxing our way into just the way we would with a friend, a dear friend. You know, we don't judge them all the time. So that insecurity, I think, is really worth trying to relax it. I once was lost, now I'm found. Something like that. Oh boy. 8 of Swords. And that can be somebody lost in thought, bound in a way by what they think about themselves or what they think about the world. And I think it's important to note this person thinks they're lost. Thinks it, sword energy. Thinks they can't move. Thinks they're stuck. Perhaps because they're all up in their head. So what's the deal? What's the system of thought or the constraining? Okay. Wow, okay. Next up, 9 of Pentacles. That's the pretty much exact opposite. This is the grounded person who operates from their own authority, their own integrity. Nines speak to the personal. This is an individual, perhaps an earth sign, perhaps a Virgo, who's not up in their head. They're not worried about how other people see them or what other people think about. Exactly what I was saying. You know, developing that sense of self that's the principal anchor, no matter what other people think or what insecurities you bring to bear that hem you in. Ten of Swords. No more of that, please. You know, this can be even bad self-talk. Swords speak to speech, communication. You know, I think we can get really constrained, constricted, and hurt by bad self-talk. Oh, I'm sorry, this is Nine of Swords. That's anxiety versus stability, authenticity, being present. First with yourself, so you can be present in the world. You know, this is not present in the world. And on the bottom of the deck was Queen of Swords. This is a card of truth. Somebody who recognizes the truth, who knows what they believe in, can recognize truth in other people, is discerning that way. Self-knowledge. And, you know, she looks a bit severe here with her sword in hand. And she's almost gripping the blade, you know, on the knife's edge of something. Maybe a new discovery. Under Knight of Pentacles, Five of Cups. It's a card of sadness. You know, it's being in a posture that doesn't allow you to see these two cups that are still standing. You know, the possibility for connection, cups energy, for feeling connected with somebody else. This is the regret, living in the loss. Under Nine of Swords, Seven of Pentacles. A card of stability over time, investing in something. You know, putting in the effort to grow something. What's this Nine of Swords anxiety about? Something that can keep you up at night, just worried, thought after thought, all the questions. And, you know, Eight of Swords, Nine of Swords. You know, this is kind of focused on what other people might think of you that hems you in. And this is what you think that scares you. All the questions, all the doubts, all the insecurities. And in comes Queen of Swords to say, you know, I'm going to cut that shit out. I'm not doing that anymore. You know, I'm going to invest in growing my own security, creating an environment that sustains me. And having that be your truth, your guiding principle. like that. Bottom of the deck, Queen of Swords, might be another character, somebody who's really self-assured. This is, you know, a cerebral clarity. All this is more operating on intuition, on mystical knowledge, on heartfelt, heart-based approach to oneself and the world. Since it's clarifying Queen of Swords, I think it's the balance between these two. You know, having it together, your intuition and your intellect. I'd like to know what the sadness is about. This grief, Five of Cups, that's somehow ignoring connection and focusing on the disconnect, these three spilled cups. This is a card of being stuck. You know, it's not this. The self-assured, self-sufficient individual. And it's not this, the nurturing energy growing something over time. This is being stuck in sadness. Holding back. You know, not seeing the connection that's still there, the possibility for it. Not wanting to give, not wanting to receive. Sad, scared of being hurt again, so somebody's contracting. Neither one of these characters contracts. Queen of Swords knows what's what. Queen of Wands feels and intuits what's what. Bottom of the deck, Moon card on Seven of Pentacles. This is like growing your intuition. Divine feminine energy of the moon. You know, it can be a secret or a secret knowledge or something that's hidden from you or coming to consciousness. We're about to have the new moon in Pisces. To do with feelings, water energy. You know, it's something that's rising up, a feeling that's coming to the surface. And that might be creating some anxiety. But it's also something that can clarify your sense of self. Can calm your fear. Growing your intuition. Tell us about Eight of Swords, this feeling of being judged or misunderstood, and having it really, you know, mess with your mind. Eight of Swords. Knight of Wands. You know, return of life force, return of the spark, intuitive energy that drives you forward in the energy of Queen of Wands. You might be an air sign or a fire sign or dealing with one of those people who principally embody either intuition or smarts. Queen of Swords can be seen as a bit bitchy, but I think it's more like gaining the confidence to not judge yourself. To not second guess yourself. On Nine of Swords, we have Three of Swords. That makes sense. You know, sword energy that really works against you. A way of thinking, of dwelling in hurt feelings. This is a card of separation. You know, of missing somebody, being full of regret. It's the memory of that can keep somebody up at night. Fearful, full of anxiety. And it, you know, the heart here is bound in barbed wire, constricted, clamped down, not giving or receiving. So let's see about this passionate message coming in. And it could be from your own intuition that busts into this mindset and liberates you. Liberates somebody. Okay, tell me about the moon, the mysterious pool of feelings that you're trying to cultivate, grow, pay attention to, you know, consistently over time. Tell us about the moon card, please. Divine feminine energy of intuition, like Queen of Wands. What's happening here? Okay, I have a bunch. Moon in water energy, card of Cancer, sometimes Pisces, other signs attributed. This is a card of options. It can be confusion. You know, which thing do I want to connect to? Which option do I feel is the one for me? Right. Okay, we've got a few to work through, so King of Cups. A heart-centered individual who would be ruled by what they feel, comfortable in their feelings, willing to risk feeling deeply and acting on them, acting on their feelings. Both of these can speak to confusion, illusion, but something that's coming to consciousness. You know, I think this is a person getting clear on something. They're allowing this intuitive energy to rise up, and it's opening their heart. I love it. Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, pretty much the same energy. This is the individual, usually a single person, who's good on their own. I'm just noticing some. This is can be a life partner energy, the nurturing energy of Earth Mother, the caretaker, and the third queen on the board. Eight of Cups. All this water energy. This is somebody moving on. They're on a quest. They're the pilgrim on the singular journey 9 can speak to the personal. You know, they're going by themselves in the dark. And here's that moon in the background, the water energy of the moon. It's almost like they're delving right into the unconscious. They're making that trek on their own. Did I say 9? It's the 8. But it is an individual journey. You know, nobody can really discover that for yourself. And there's the kind of holy grail that they're after. That 9th cup. The moon. Okay, I'm a little bit this way. I think there's a lot going on here. And the King of Cups person may be weighing up their options. I mean, I don't think he's got 3 queens that he's deciding between, but it could be. If so, I don't really get that. That would cause this. Tell me about the heartbreak, please. And the journey to the quest to discover what we feel, how far we're willing to travel to find it. You know, walking right into the mystery. Boy, again, we have quite a big chunk. Star card. I like that. You know, in air energy, the heartbreak, being healed. Major Arcana is more powerful. You know, this is what informs the rest of the reading. The star and moon are the biggest hard-hitting energies. And this is also being guided to where you're supposed to be. You know, guided by the star to the place of healing and balance. And this character has 1 foot, 1 leg on the ground, 1 leg in the water. The heartbreak is also about, well, High Priestess, Cancer. Somebody who, again, is balanced. They sit between these 2 pillars, apparent opposites, black and white. But there they are, right in the center. There's a lot of powerful energy coming in to counteract all this sword energy that is troubling, hurtful, anxiety-provoking, that cuts you off from the world. Two of Cups. High Priestess, you know, I notice this tree of life above her head. You know, somebody who really can observe things that aren't apparent to other people. She can't tell other people about what she's seen. She gives it over to them to experience for themselves. Again, a solitary, you know, a solitary trek. Of discovery. in the realm of feelings. You know, that Two of Cups that was behind this person when they were in their grief and absorbed by that. That's all somebody could feel. And it made them contract. Not want to give, not want to receive. Somebody got hurt. Maybe both people. Maybe all three. This can be a card of third party. That's a little bit echoed in all these queens and one king. But great clarity is coming to that. Aquarian clarity. Being able to see it from a higher perspective. And it's a healing perspective. It heals the anxiety, the heartbreak, this kind of feeling of being trapped by what you think or what other people think, or both. And this is supposed to go on Knight of Wands, Two of Cups. Okay. It's both passionate and love-based. You know, these apparent opposites of passion. You know, carnal passion. The hots is reconciled. There isn't this painful separation in the way you or somebody else thinks about it. You know, it's got to be this or that, on or off. They're with me or they're not. You know. Whatever the answer is, this individual can stand alone, but doesn't have to. And I'm suddenly very cold. And that's Queen of Swords is a little bit analytical and cold. She's ready to cut somebody off or cut somebody out if they're not telling the truth. Even to themselves. We have 2 8s, 8 of Swords, 8 of Cups. 8 and 8 is 16. 16 is Tower. There's something being exploded. You know, and I think it's this dwelling in sadness and the constriction it can bring to your everyday life. What you feel really resonates into your life. And this is what we're aiming for. Being good on our own, but open to connection. Tell us about the message coming in. Passionate message. Inspired. Ready to rock and roll. Lovers. On 2 of Cups. Are you kidding me? This is meeting your match. Looking at each other, looking face to face. No hiding here. No kind of head down, I don't see the 2 of Cups. This is I see it, and I see it in you. We see it in each other. And just on these 2 queens, I mean, you might be dealing with an air sign, perhaps a Gemini. You might be a Gemini. You might be dealing with a water sign, High Priestess, Moon, Divine Feminine. These might be 2 aspects of yourself. tell us a little bit more about these two queens, and then we're going to close it out. Because I think we land on Two of Cups, Lovers. Oh no, I'm not taking that many. I'm sorry. All of these? Oh man. There's the healing energy. Healing all that sword energy. You know, the fear, the disassociation, the anxiety. Healed. Healed. Being guided to the place by your intuition. Somebody's growing their intuition. About where they belong, star card. About who they belong with. It's healing the sadness. So that you can look at each other, at that Two of Cups, you know, not at whatever was lost, not with regret. The world passing through to a whole new level, a whole new experience, a whole new, this can be a card of Capricorn, and it's also a card of Aquarius. As above, so below. That's part and parcel of Queen of Swords, Queen of Wands. I mean, Queen of Swords would definitely do the healing. And part of it is by, you know, following her true north. By taking this Aquarian overview. You know, studying on how to get out of this. If it's any kind of third-party situation, this is the way out. Pull back. Get good with yourself. Seven of Wands. You know, this can be a card of blocking or a card of standing up for something. It comes out with Six of Wands. So there's some kind of natural progression here. This is a card of success, of moving out of conflict. It can be a card of truce. Successfully moving out of conflict. In that fire energy of Queen of Wands, Knight of Wands. There's fast forward movement. You know, if things have been stuck and constricted, just too tight, too worried about getting hurt again, anxious about that. I think that loosens over time. It heals over time. One more. It hurts me to do one more. Please give us something that'll like consolidate the read. Just give us a sweet, you know, what's the real takeaway? Six of Pentacles. A card of getting help, of sharing, of generosity, of balance in 3D. I'm just sort of, you know, and it's not this. That's I'm going to hang on to what I've got and hanging on principally to my sadness. As if that's going to keep somebody safe. There might have been a situation where there was overgiving. If so, not anymore. Somebody's standing up for themselves. Standing on their own two feet. Stability over time, and creating an environment where you're not shaken by what other people do or what they think. Not allowing that to imprison you, to worry you. Not allowing that to be something you obsess about, Nine of Swords. Healing the fact that I think at one point somebody obsessed about their pain. Overcome by their wounds that made them protect their heart, made them clench, shut down, block everything. Not being blocked anymore, and willing to kind of make this journey into that long-term life partnership, out of confusion. Seven of Cups. I'll look for something better, something that opens my heart. Opens my heart and grounds us. And really the takeaway is Two of Cups, lovers. Moving quickly and passionately and intuitively toward that kind of connection. On to the next phase. After doing the healing work, which comes when you rest. You gotta rest the brain. The brain has been exhausted by this energy. Get the overview, both in sword energy and in intuitive energy. In sword energy and in intuitive energy. Integrate those two parts. And it's going to take a little bit of time before we re-enter the world. We're healing this. It's a card of healing. Healing. When you heal that, you can come face to face with somebody in a real exchange. A real exchange. I think that's it. Yes, it is. Major Arcana, Aquarius, Capricorn, also all the fixed signs. It's an entirely new phase. Gemini and the Lovers. Cancer, Pisces in Moon card. I see it principally as Cancer. Something coming to consciousness, out of confusion. Moving on from confusion, 7 to the 8 of Cups. Cancer, Pisces, Aquarius and Star. Gemini and Lovers. This really suggests, if you want to look at it that way, a kind of twin flame, that kind of a connection. coming in fast and passionately. And, you know, somebody's going to be really present for that and grounded. And somebody's got this open-hearted energy. And I think it's something they really had to go on a quest for. For that knowledge. This is the right way to use the sword energy. The sword of truth. I'll see you next time. Love you. Light to you. Here we go. Oops. I've got the clickers in my cart, so I'll do that next.